Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Happy Monday morning to you. My name is Don K. Preston. I'm the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma, and this is what I call my morning musings. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope everything was safe. I want to remind you, make your plans now to be with us July 16th through the 18th, 2015, for the Preterist Pilgrim Weekend. Our theme this year is dispensationalism. Dangerous or divine? Surely you know that dispensationalism, you may not know it by that name, but dispensationalism is the dominant eschatology of evangelical Christianity today. It affects our foreign policy in a dangerous, dangerous way. It is a doctrine that when you look at the source of it, its origin of it, it's very troubling, and the main thing is there is really no support for it in the Bible. We're going to have a total of 6 speakers, and we're going to be addressing issues all the way from John Hagee's 4 blood moons to Armageddon, to the gap theory, to the origin of Zionism. This is really, really going to be great. So make your plans to attend. Contact me on how to register if you haven't done so already. We've already got really good registration. So make your plans to be with us July 16th through the 18th right here at Ardmore, Oklahoma for 2015 Preterist Pilgrim Weekend. Okay, we're looking at 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, and I really want to address a claim that is often made in regard to Matthew 27:52 and following, and the resurrection that Paul is talking about. It is often claimed, and in fact it's a surprising claim, that in Matthew chapter 27, that at the time of Jesus' crucifixion, the graves were opened, and then after his resurrection, the bodies of the righteous came out, and we're told that's the first resurrection. Well, if that be the case, we've got a major, major problem. I want you to notice what Paul says. This we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord, now watch this, will by no means precede those who are asleep. Now, watch this. Paul, writing to the Thessalonians, said that the living, those who were alive right then and there, would not precede the dead in the reception of their inheritance. In Hebrews 11:39 and 40, now catch this, you got to catch the power of this. In Hebrews 11:39 and following, after discussing the great men and women of faith, i.e. the dead Old Covenant saints, Paul said, they, without us, could not become perfect. In other words, they could not receive their reward ahead of the living saints. Now he's talking about that end of the Old Covenant age resurrection harvest. So what we have in 1 Thessalonians 4 is Paul's statement that the living would not enter into the inheritance before the dead. And then in Hebrews you have him saying that the dead would not receive the inheritance before the living. It would all be at the same time. Oh, but wait. If we take the position that Matthew 27:52 and 53 is the, quote, first resurrection, if they were raised in immortal, incorruptible, undefilable bodies, then guess what? They received their reward 40 years before anyone else, thus denying what Paul says in Hebrews chapter 11, that the righteous Old Covenant saints could not be made perfect. They could not enter into the resurrection, which was their hope, Hebrews 11:35 and 36. They could not enter into their resurrection hope prior to the time of the resurrection, prior to the time of the harvest, with the living saints at the parousia. There is no justification for claiming that what happened in Matthew 27, 52 and 53 was the, quote, first resurrection. Because if that's what took place, it violates 1 Thessalonians and it violates Hebrews 11:39 and following. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. And don't forget, order a copy of my book, We Shall Meet Him in the Air, The Wedding of the King of Kings. Go to my website, www.eschatology.org, BibleProphecy.com, two different websites. Order the book, mention that you saw the offer on Facebook or YouTube, and I'll refund your shipping. Save you $5. Okay, thanks again for joining me on this morning's Morning Musings. We'll see you on the flip side.